Hey guys, welcome back to Easeldoesitstudio. So you can see I got some boxes. I also, from Resiners, they sent me this really cute pumpkin. So he's got little hands on the side. He's got a cute little face. And then he's got this really cute little hat with little stars and a belt. So I don't know what we're going to do with this yet, but we're going to do something. So we got that. And I have not tried their resin. So they asked if I would like to try it. And of course, I always love to try new resins. So let's see. This is one of the kits that you get. And this is, all right, so this is like a little pyramid mold that goes in there like that. So we're going to pour this. I don't know what we're going to do with it, but we'll put something in it. And then you get some pipettes, which those always come in handy. So let me put them right in my little container. Get some gloves, which are handy. And then you get the 2 bottles of epoxy. And these are 1-to-1 by volume. So you don't weigh them on a scale. You measure them in your cup. Bubble-free, crystal clear, low odor, self-leveling, mold-friendly, and anti-yellowing. So you get that. And then we get some nice stir sticks, which I was out of the big ones, so thank you. We get a bunch of cups, which, you know, those are always a plus. And we got a coaster mold and like a little, okay, let's open this. So you get one that is like little gems, a little dolphin, a little bow, and look at this pair of seashells, a big seashell, starfish, and 2 small ones. So you could make pendant and earrings with these easily, and then some gems. So you get that. The instructions, of course, and then we get like these little flower thingies. Let's see, might as well open it. All right, So they're just like little flowers that you could put, you know, into your pieces. So that's what comes in the kit. And of course, this little coaster mold, which is a decent size. It's not too thick, but not, you know, paper thin. So the only thing I did was I did pull this booklet out just so I didn't have to sit here and read like the whole thing with you guys. So I have got the curing machine, which you guys know, this one here. I absolutely love this thing. I use this every day. I do have this debubbler, which I didn't even realize it was from Resiners until I got this, and then I organized my bench. And now I've got this one here. So I have 3 of their, you know, pieces of equipment. I really would like to try their purifier. So when I get the money, I will be getting this to see if that helps with my hands breaking out. So yeah, so that, and so basically it's like the same as, you know, all of them. Work in a well-ventilated area wear your gloves, you know, your PPE, the whole 9 yards. So this one cures in 8 hours, the drying time. It's fully cured in 24 hours. You have a 45-minute work time, which I like, where this is a faster curing resin, but you still have a 45-minute window. So when determining how much resin to mix, take in account the same projects require 2 coats, a seal coat to cover the porous surface and a water-resistant coat to achieve a perfect finish. So, you know, it's just a standard, pour it, let it sit for 5 minutes to debubble, mix your resin slowly. It will self-level to 1/16 of an inch, but you can make each layer up to 1/4 inch thick. Pouring thicker than 1/4 inch may cause the resin to warp and shrink. So obviously we're not going to use their resin with the pumpkin, but we will pour this pumpkin today. So we will pour this, and we'll probably pour these. Just, you know, where they're smaller. So, and then we'll, you know, we'll do something with the little triangle piece. I might, you know what, we're maybe gonna save the triangle for another one, because I do have a bigger triangle, and I mean pyramid, not triangle, that I've been wanting to do something in, but they're going to be multiple pours, and I'm thinking this one would be good in a multiple pour as well. So we will pour these two and definitely the pumpkin. Okay, so that's the first thing. I'm just going to put my sticks in there. And then we've got their new resin mixer. This one has a light, guys. I was like, a light? What? You know me and my lights. I like my lights. Okay, so let's, and I haven't even opened it, as you could see. But these are silicone, so they're not hard plastic like the other ones. So you have a big paddle and a small paddle. And then you have your little tool to scrape your paddles and whatever. And let's get our components out. So it is a USB charger. All right, so we have this piece, and then we have the base. So let's get this out of our way. Now, I haven't even looked at the book. I'm assuming that this is, you know, pretty user-friendly. And it does have a little tab. I'm going to peel that off. Now, does this does not go up and down. Okay. And then you have your mechanism, your thing, you know? All right, so you put that in there. And then the stand. Okay, so it holds it so that this faces the same as this. So I'm assuming that you can use this to turn it on if it's in here. So let's see. All right, so it's 90% charged. Maybe it's, oh, okay, so it does raise up and down. Oh, imagine that, guys. Oh, how sweet. I like that. And then we have our, oh, look, the light is on. So you can see your resin. And then you have 1, 2, 3, 4 going this way, and then 1, 2, 3 going this way. All right. So it stops, you hit it again, and it will turn. And then F3. Okay, so it looks like it's counting down. So I'm going to hold that. We're going to stop it, and we're going to read the book. So we know what we're doing here. All right. So, all right. So we have it together. So determine the appropriate cup type to match the paddle. So a small paddle would be 8 to 10 ounces. Large paddle, 16 to 20 ounces. So that's a good feature. Pour A and B into the resin cup. It is recommended to pour part B first, then A, because A is a higher density, which will make it the mixing process easier. Oh, okay. So I never knew that. Adjust the lifting base, immerse the paddle, avoid touching the sides, long press, power, 3 seconds to start, set the speed and the direction if you need. So you have your charging port, your display, forward rotation and speed adjustment, power button on, off, mode and pause, reverse rotation and speed adjustment. So the display timer, 90-second countdown. So that's a minute and a half. And then it shows the remaining battery and charging status. Press to switch the direction while blending. There's 4 speeds. So you can change your speed as well. Hold for 3 seconds to shut it off. And press to switch to continuous mode. Keeping blending shows direction of speed. So press to switch direction. It's a Type-C charging port. You can raise and lower the speed, lower the stand. So yeah, it's pretty much the standards. But I like the fact that it has a light. Observe mixing uniformly by light. After timing, light stays lit for 30 seconds. After use, press and hold the button, raise and lower the mixing cup. Use a spare cup to catch any residual resin from the paddle. So there's various ways to clean it. You can choose the appropriate cleaning method according to your personal. Hardened resin cannot be peeled off the plastic rod. If you don't want to leave hardened resin on it, wipe it with a baby wipe or paper towel. Spray with alcohol immediately after mixing to avoid resin from covering the plastic rod, which is this piece here. This is plastic, this is silicone. And cleaning liquid resin, spray with alcohol on the paddle, wipe it several times with a baby wipe or paper towel until it's cleaned. Cleaning up resin after the resin has completely cured, rub it with your hands and peel off the large pieces of the silicone paddle, this part. Residual dirt and residue fragments can be removed with professional resin tape. But using a cleaner and sponge plus warm water to thoroughly clean the resin. Rub the silicone part with a pumice hand cleaner, citrus hand cleaner, or soak the paddle in hot soapy water. Then gently scrub off the soft sponge and then rinse with clean water. And obviously let this completely dry before you would reuse it. So we are going to mix up I'm going to do 4 ounces. And we will see where that gets us with this. We might end up pouring some in here. We'll see. And then I'm going to use a different type of resin. And I'll get it mixed up for this. I'm going to probably do 8 ounces. Because I'm thinking this pumpkin is probably going to take like 4 or 5. And then the hat. So I'm just going to mix 8 to be on the safe side. And if we have to do extras, I'm sure that will not bother you guys. So let me get some gloves on. And I am going to get my cotton gloves. It does seem to be helping if I wear the cotton gloves under my, even though they're latex free, it just, I don't know. You know, when you get old, your body just kind of changes, and my hands are just not what they used to be, guys. I'm just saying. It sucks getting old. You know, what I used to do in one day now takes me all week to do. I don't know if anybody else is with me, but yeah. Okay. So I like how these bottles are shaped. That much I really like. All right. Oop. Let me get some cups out. All right. And these are good because they have the ounce and ounce and a half. And then they also have the milliliters and the cc's on this side. So, I mean, I'm in the US, so I use ounces. So we're going to open B, and we're going to put 2 ounces of B. So I'm going to mix 2 ounces. Just wipe my hands on a paper towel. Try to keep my bottles from being sticky. And then we'll do the part A. Okay, so we're going to go to the 4. And let's turn our thing on. We're going to raise it up. Can you see that raisin? We're going to put our cup underneath. We're going to lower it. All right, so that's right at the bottom. We're going to go up just a smidge. And all right, so that's on F3. I think F3 is continual. Speed. So I'm thinking F3 is just continual. F1 through 4 changes this direction. Okay. Okay, press and hold the on off for 3 seconds. Mode switch. Defaults 90-second timer. Press to switch to continuous mode. Keeps blending and shows direction of speed. Okay. So I'm going to let that mix up for a couple minutes. I'm going to get some other resin. We'll get that mixed, and I will be back, and we will get these colored and poured. Okay, so I just took that out, and I've got 8 ounces of the Bond Craftor mixed up. So I'm going to lower my paddle. All right, and this time I'm just gonna, oop. Well, that ain't gonna work. All right, so I guess we're gonna have to hold this one. Whoa. Probably should have used a bigger cup. It's definitely sturdy, for sure. I mean, the you know, you can really feel the pressure in the paddle. So we'll just finish getting this mixed up here. Okay, so maybe now, okay, so we're just gonna hit it again. So now that it got the bulk of the stirring, it is working. Okay, my goodness. And I do have the curing base because I'm gonna put this in the curing machine. So for the stars, I'm going to use these Chameleon flakes, and these are the light colored box from Let's Resin. And let me see, I want to use one I haven't used before. Okay, so we'll use, this is the pink olive. So I've got a little cup. I'm gonna clean my knife off here. And we're gonna, let me get a stick, and we're gonna just stir this to make sure that our sides and our bottom is mixed. All right, so now I'm gonna raise, so that was like 3 minutes. We're gonna raise that up, and we're just gonna let that drain. And I like that idea. You can just hit the button and it raises. All right, so I'm gonna use the, oh, I almost poured it in the wrong thing. All right, so I think that's gonna be enough for those. Let's take our little tab off. Oop. And I'm gonna use one of my new spoons, my bigger ones. So I'm going to start with just one scoop. I'm going to put that cover on. All right, so I think that's going to be a pretty color for that. So we're going to let that sit. Then I pulled out this Unicorn Art Magical Mica Sparkle Pigment in, does it have a color? Peacock Green. So we're going to pour that in here, and there is a little bit of glitter in there, but that's fine. All right, and I'm just going to pour a little bit in here so we have it for our gems. So that's going to leave us about 2 ounces to do this coaster. Yeah, I'm thinking that should be a good amount. I'm just going to take another stick and we're going to mix that in there. And look, that is a beautiful, beautiful color. And then we could probably put a sticker or something once it comes out. All right, we got that. Let me put my cover on this. And I do have some of my alcohol inks. Let's see. I'm just going to pull a few out. And I'm just going to drop the alcohol and then we're going to pour some of the resin in here. So I pulled out cerulean blue, olive green, rose, and the Sugulite. I don't know. And, oh. Got a crusty bit in there. Don't want no crusties in there. And I'm just going to do 1 drop, if I can. Oh my word. There we go. Oh, so that was more than 1. But I want to get these, get in there. And you know, I want to get them poured before they completely dry. Oh. And let's do... All right, let's get these poured. So the last time I did this, I ended up adding more alcohol ink. This time I'm going to just leave the clear with the alcohol and let it do what it wants to do. Oops. All right, and that one's clear, so we will drop something in that one after. I'm just going to leave a little bit. And... all right, we'll do that olive green. And let's see. We'll do that in the bow. Yeah, I definitely made up too much. Definitely. All right, so let's do that. Let's get this one poured. And I am going to spray with some alcohol. And then we will top this with some sort of a sticker. All right, so let's get our little starfishes. I love how this is like 2 earrings in a pendant. You know, a lot of times you get something and then you have to make one, let it cure, make another one. I hate that. If I'm going to make a set, I want to make the whole set. Oh my gosh, guys, I like way made too much. I don't even know what I was thinking. Obviously, I wasn't. I'm contemplating, do I push the boundaries? That's the $1 million question here. I'm just going to put just a smidge more in these. I do want these. Okay, those look domed. This I think can use maybe a, and I didn't add any glue to this. Okay, those are domed really nice. I want them flat. All right, let me do the dolphin in this. All right, so we have these all done. I'm just kind of, these weren't, they're not like really spreading, so I'm just gonna kind of give them a swirl. And they'll probably continue to, you know, move anyways, but all right. So we have that. We have those. All right, we're going to push our envelope and we're going to do this this pyramid. All right, I'm not going to fill it like all the way because I don't really think it needs to, but yeah, I have got probably 2 ounces left. So I'm going to put those there. I will figure out what to do with those after, but let's get I need another cup. Actually, we're going to stick this one underneath, and then I'll clean that after. So, because this resin, I mean, you have about, I'd say 20 or 30 minutes working time, and then it starts getting really thick. And I want to run this through the debubbler once I color it. So we are going to pick out I'm going to try to find the orange that I had used right here. And I'm going to put some of those, these flakes. And then we're going to decorate the hat after it comes out. So I'm going to give that a few good squirts. It's probably going to need more, but and what do we have that might be a gold? Gold olive. Look at that. I picked out the right gold olive. All right, and I have used this one before. Or I've at least opened it. And again, I don't want it to overtake, but I want there to be enough so that we can see it through there. And I will put some clear glue in this one because I do not want everything to sink. Yeah, I think that's going to be a good ratio. So I'm just trying to make sure that it's like all the way through. Oops. All right, I'm going to grab my clear glue. And we are going to put 8 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you know what? I'm not even going to run it through because it's got all the glue and everything. Okay. Well, let's get our pumpkin over here. And I have the others, so if I have to kind of pivot on a cover on the hat, I will. But let's go ahead. We're going to spray this to try to prevent any bubbles. And I'm going to go up to about where the hands are. Wow, I way underestimated. Yeah, I did. I way underestimated. So I just want to make sure that, you know, with the little hands and the little face, we have no bubbles. Can we mix different brands of resin? Has anybody done that? Oh, Lord, that's the million-dollar question, guys. All right, so that's Yeah, that is going to take 10 or 12 anyways. And then, so I'm going to I'll probably end up mixing another 8. Let's, all right, I'm gonna finish filling that. And we will see how that goes. Let me just take, I don't want to use 50 million sticks. All right, so we'll just have a nice sparkly triangle. And this hat is round, so that's going to be one color. All right, let me... I have my box right here with my smaller molds, so let me... Let's do the llama. So I'm just going to mix this in with this blue, and we're going to pour the llama. Got a little bit of a sparkle in there. And all right. And then I'm sure I'll have a little left from the other. I'll just pour it in there and then we will see what happens. So I'm going to mix up, I'll mix another 6 ounces and then we'll finish pouring this. I'm thinking about, I guess I'm just going to pour the hat the same color. And so I'll just get this mixed. We'll get that poured, and then I'll be back when it is time to demold, guys. Just because I'm trying to keep my, my videos under a certain time frame for you guys. So yeah. Alrighty. I will be back. Okay, guys, these are all dried. I ended up, when I had ended the video, I was going to mix up more resin, and then I realized, I'm like, oh crap, it's supper time. I got to get supper started. So I went out, made supper, then I came back down. I ended up making up another 8 ounces, and I'm glad I did because this took a lot more than I thought, these pumpkins. So let's get the extras out first. So I ended up doing another one of the elk, moose, whatever he is. And I've got to put some soapy water. I found my soapy water. just try and get some in there. There we go. That should just get that moving around so we can break the suction on his head. And then he should, keyword here, pop right out. Just like that. And I ended up, I had a little bit of the blue left, so I just threw it in. And of course, you know, it sank right down to his noggin. But he is still really cute. Just kind of gives him like a little bang or something in the front. All right, let's get his little antlers out. So I ended up not even using the heat mat. I just let it cure overnight. And that was it. Let's see, where's my nippers? I know I have nippers somewhere. Well, I guess we'll use the knife. All right. And then we will just glue his little antlers in there. And I think that'll be cute. So that's one extra. Just set him back here. And then I ended up doing the llama, or the whatever, alpaca. And this thing is always so cute. So stinking cute. So we'll probably do something on his feet, give him a little face. And, okay, so those were the extras. Let's get our little gems out and just kind of see what I'm going to pop them all out, and then I'll put them in my hand and show you, because I think it'll just be easier that way than trying to show each one. Okay. So those actually came out really nice. They have a nice shine to them. We had one bubble in this one. A little sparkly dolphin. And these are the little gems that came in that mold. Really cute. Put those back there. I don't know what I'm gonna do with those yet. And then, oh, now that is very, very sparkly. That is going to make some cute earrings and a pendant. So that's the starfish one. Oh. And these are the seashells. Now this one here will show, when I put the bail on the back, it will show, and we'll probably see, you know, the backing of the earring as well. But then again, I could drill holes and I could make it like a keychain, like having little dangly things. So I don't know yet what we're going to do with that. All right. Move this aside. We're going to get our coaster out, which that came out gorgeous. And I pulled out my my stickers here. Let's see. I guess we'll just pick this one. And hopefully it will show up. And no, it will not. So I will I'll have to find a different sticker. So let's see how a little triangle came out. So this did shrink some. But the glitter looks like it stayed suspended really well. Oh, that's really, really cute. So the glitter did stay suspended. No bubbles at all. This thing came out perfect. Okay, so let's get our pumpkin out. So I think what I'll do is put like one of the snowman elves or something on that. Not the elf, the gnome. So when I came down, the bottom half had already started to set. And of course, then I had to try to match the color, right? So I don't know. You can see a faint difference, but not too, I mean, it is kind of noticeable right there. So yeah, that one would be discounted. Now I'm trying, oh, this is another pumpkin that the hand is holding. All right, let's get the lid out. And I did go through the top and try to get the bubbles out, but I do have one bubble. Oh, we have 2 bubbles, 3 bubbles. But we can fix it. We can fix it. And that is the top. Fits perfectly. All right, so the bubbles are underneath. This will have to get trimmed just a little bit, but we can fill them in, and then I'm gonna have to put something on the top just to disguise them. So let me pull out the purple marker, and these are the oil markers, and I am just going to color in let me grab my my metallic ones. I think those will look better. Let's try this purple. Well, I guess those don't show up, so we're gonna stick to plan A. And we'll just have to go over it. So today is my anniversary, 29 years married to my husband. And yeah, we have nothing planned. All right, I'm going to try using the bigger end to see if I can get this to look better, because these are fairly good size. There is a bubble in there. And then I'll just fill in the, you know, that little rise up piece around the edge. As I just stuck my finger in the other one. So, and then I can just clean up around. Okay. Let's just take this end and just, you know, try to get this more even on that edge. Just like that. And that way it makes the star look more even. And we do have a bubble right there, but. All right, so I'm gonna let that dry for a minute, and then we will clean it up, and then we'll do the belt. I'm gonna use the black, and we're gonna fill in his, are a few little micro bubbles in there, which I kind of knew. I didn't run it through the debubbler, and I should have. But we'll fill it in with paint. Get the eyes. And then I'll take the skinny end and go around the edges. So the next time I do it, what I'm gonna probably do is like color the mold with micas first. And that way we can get different colored arms or, you know, okay. And, oh, I got the mouth. I forgot the mouth. I'm going to get around that tooth, and that way make that tooth stand out a little bit better. And then I'll go through and clean up. All right, now let's do the figure if I get it all done, where's the buckle right there? Okay. So we'll use the big end because it will go faster. Oh, I hate it when I do that and get almost done and then I make a mess. I'm just actually making the rib a little bit bigger. Just so it'll shine a little bit better. Let's do... Oh, this is the flat. Maybe the flat will work. Oh, no, that's gold. I don't want gold. I wanted silver. And let's see here. It's definitely going to need a couple of coats. There we go. Yeah. Okay. So he's cute. And I don't like my greens and the oils, but it's all I got. So I just wanted to do like a green stem on this little pumpkin over here so it will show up. Okay, now let's do a little cleanup here. All right, let's clean up a little bit. Ooh. I'm trying not to stick my fingers in the paint. So we've got that. Let's give this little guy some little eyeballs. There we go. Yeah, I think that's all we're gonna do. And let's just give him some little eyes. Trying to make these even is the hardest thing. Oh, but I didn't do too bad, so I'm just gonna leave it. And I gotta get my glue. All right, let's just pop some B7000. And I like to put a big gob in there so that it makes sure it has something to stick to. And then we'll just let that dry. And I'm gonna grab a sticker for this. All right, so let's so I have these. Let's see what we have for some autumn stickers. Maybe we can put an autumn one on there. Let's see. That would be too big. That would go, but it's kind of big. Oh, that would be cute. Let's do the bigger one. Yeah. We will do the bigger one. Get my scissors. And I don't remember where I got these. I think I got all my UDTF stickers on Temu. So now I will look to see if Resiners has this pumpkin mold available. And if they do, I will put that in the description, as well as my discount code, the link for the mixer, There, that's gonna look much better. Yeah. I think that looks really cute. And there's really not even any sharp edges on this at all. I got something right here. Must have been something in my resin. But yeah, so there's that. Here is our pumpkin. He's gonna need a second coat on his mouth for sure. I'm just trying to fill in those little tiny micro bubbles. Okay, so we have two, I mean, when you're looking at it one way, you don't see it, but there's a bubble here and a bubble here that's underneath. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fill it in with some UV resin and cure it. But I don't want them to show like when the lid is off. So let me see what I have got in my little dingy thing here. And we can maybe, no, that's too big. I don't have little things. Not too many anyhow. I have some, but so maybe we can put, all right, we'll glue a red butterfly. And what's this one? And like a black and purple. So we'll use those two. And that way the bubbles won't be seen from the top surface. So I'm going to put a dab of the B7000 right on where the hole is. And then I'm going to stick the butterfly. Give it a second to set. And do the same on this one.
Can I see you outside, hon?
Yep, just a minute.
Bring your camera.
And then we'll put that. And we have covered our little holes. And you just got to be careful they don't fall off. So that's our beautiful pumpkin. Thank you, Resiners, for sending me these and the mixer. I absolutely love it. I think it will be one of my new faves for sure. This is the coaster mold. So again, I will look for these molds that I got. I think these must come in the resin, but I don't know if they have this separate. So if they do, I will look for this, but I will get a link for the resin and the stand mixer put that in the description right along with the discount codes that's in there. So don't forget to take advantage of that. I don't know what I'm doing with these yet, so I'm not going to do anything right now. And that is it for today, guys. I will see you on the next video. I've got to go and see what my husband is up to. He made some outdoor benches yesterday, so I don't know if he added to it or he did something different, but yeah. So I'll post the pictures of the video at the end if you want to see that. So, and we also had some deer out here, so I will post a few pictures of those as well. Alrighty, guys, have a fantastic day. Bye.